It's kind of a really hard question for me because I haven't really decided on a particular religion, but I don't consider myself non-religious. I just I find things in every religion that I hear about that sounds good to me, and I kind of like pick and choose things from different religions that make sense to me. Because I essentially think that all religions are just different ways to get to the same place or answer the same questions or feel the same things. So I think that whatever religious direction that anyone chooses, or a non-religious direction, spiritual, whatever, all of those are completely valid. I was raised Dutch Reformed, which is basically the northern version of Presbyterian. It's from Calvinist origins in the Netherlands. I never really had a problem with going to church and stuff as a kid. I liked it, and in middle school I was really into Christianity. And I went to Jesus camp every summer, but it really wasn't so much about the Jesus bit as it was just like camping and stuff. But it was pretty cool. I started questioning things when I got to high school. That's kind of the time where I started questioning a lot of things, and sexuality, gender, all that stuff. But the religious thing like really wasn't so tied to the gender and sexuality thing at that time. When I first started questioning religion, it wasn't about the gay thing or whatever. It was more about the Jesus thing. It didn't quite make sense to me. I didn't really think that it needed to be something that that was in my religious beliefs. So I started looking at stuff that was similar to Christianity but without the Jesus thing, and so I came to Judaism. My best friend in high school was Jewish, still is, but I also had a crush on her, so I'm not sure how much of that came into play. But um, um, so I started looking into Judaism, and I really liked that, especially Reform Judaism. And I talked to my mom about it, and she was really cool about it. She's just like, oh, as long as you believe in God, then you can, believe whatever religion you want. And so I thought that was pretty cool. I still don't know necessarily if I believe in God, per se, in the traditional sense. I think that, like, there's definitely, like, potential for supernatural things to happen in the world. And that everything is connected in a certain way. So yeah. Anyways, back to my religious history. I still celebrate the major Christian holidays. Just it's more out of custom or tradition than actually believing in stuff, and that's caused some problems for me just because I feel kind of hypocritical about it. Like when I celebrate Christmas and Easter and stuff like that. But I don't feel like I can not celebrate them because it's such like a part of my family. And since I kind of consider myself a pseudo-Jew, I've taken classes and stuff like that, but I haven't chosen to convert or anything. I'm really honestly hoping that some way back in my Polish history, we had Jews in the family and that I'm a tiny bit Jewish. But my partner's family is half Jewish, so we celebrate all the Jewish holidays and stuff like that. Um, One thing that Reformed Judaism is really good about is the gay thing. Our congregation in Tallahassee will perform same-sex marriages. Also, there's prayers in the prayer books for transition and transformation, so they're very trans-friendly as well. Um, I've dabbled a little bit in like Buddhism and Eastern religions, but I don't know. Like it sounds really good, but I kind of feel that I would be like appropriating someone else's culture by kind of taking that on. But like certain things, I like to incorporate into my own beliefs. I've been exposed a lot more to paganism and polytheistic kind of beliefs, which are pretty cool. I I don't know how much of it like I'm going to embrace, but I really like the ritualistic aspect of it, like actually like doing things to promote positive change in the world, and also how it's nature based. Well, I like nature. Nature's good. Um, and there's really interesting people too, so that never hurts. And yeah, I I kind of feel sometimes that there's like this animosity between being queer and being Christian, and or like any like fundamentalist kind of beliefs. There seems to be like this interpretation throughout time that gay equals bad and whatever. And so like there hasn't really been a lot of connections between the religious communities and the queer community, even though like there are definitely some very religious queer people. They've found some ways to either reinterpret things that their church has told them, or are struggling with the fact that they're gay and being religious, and they're really suffering through that, or um, different ways of approaching religion. I think that I mean, the Bible was obviously, to me, written by people who may have been inspired by some higher being, but written by people and interpreted by people, and as we all know, people are not perfect, and people, especially back in biblical times, had their own agendas. Um, I mean, if we believed everything that was in the Bible, I mean, women would not have rights and such like that. So, I mean, if I've heard that if you look at the actual Hebrew translation of the Bible, there's no word in Hebrew for homosexuality. So all of the scriptures that have been quoted to kind of be anti-gay are actually just interpretations. It doesn't actually say that. It's just been interpreted to say that. So, I mean, religion is good as long as it's used in a good way, but it can be bad because people can use it to hate on other people. So I think that it's hypocritical to be hating on someone at the same time as you're reading this book that says God loves everyone. So I think that as long as your religion comes from a place of love and a place of acceptance for other people, then that's awesome. So yeah, I've kind of rambled on a little bit, but I'm still trying to figure everything out. Nothing's set in stone, and I change my ideas a lot depending on new stuff that I'm exposed to. And so, so if anybody has any other questions, or wants to expand on anything I've said or whatever, I would be totally willing to talk about that. So, I guess I'll see you later. Bye.